Right, we're going to download the latest version of GhostBSD, which is 20.08.04. I'm going to go onto the French mirror, which is closest to me, and the download begins, and yeah, it's fairly quick. And this is actually on the release day of the latest version, so we'll speed through this a bit. And right, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to make a donation. It's only a couple of dollars, like I said before. If everyone did that, GhostBSD would benefit greatly. And there's the email confirmation, and there's my little bit done. Before we start, if this is your first time to the channel and you would like to learn more about FreeBSD and the journey to a better desktop and server, then please hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. We'll be using my usual test machine, which is a Dell Optiplex 760. The specs are on screen now. It's got 8 GB of RAM, NVIDIA GT 710. It'll do as a test machine. Right, I'm just going to boot off the USB stick. It's GhostBSD that's been put on it. Let's let it count down. There you go. One thing about GhostBSD, it very rarely changes things that works, just for the sake of changing, which is something that can't be said from many Linux distributions, which have a habit of changing things at work and making things worse. So GhostBSD is booting up with a nice splash screen. The USB stick it's not the fastest, but it'll do. I'd say if you were using a USB 3 stick in a USB 3 port, things would move a bit quicker. Right, we'll begin the install. English. Go down to English UK or British keyboard. There we go. Change that to Europe and London. We're going to keep it on ZFS. And we just got the OneDrive. I'm going to change the pool name to something else other than tank. Of course, I'm going to change it to Robo. Why not? And leave everything as default. That's fine. And yeah. Password. Super weak as always. Right. Real name. RoboNuggie. Name of the PC, we'll leave it like that. Password, another super weak one. And change the shell to SH. There you go. And that's it. I absolutely love the GhostBSD install. Really, really simple. The install could be a little bit quicker, but I mean, again, that's down to my USB stick. So we're just going to fast forward this so you don't have to wait. Right, I'm just going to restart. Just going to boot up again. We'll just speed through this. And boom, there we go. We're on to a newly installed GhostBSD Mate desktop. So put in the password that we put in earlier. And there we go. Very nice. Now here's just a summary of what's new since the last version. There's more details on the GhostBSD website, so you should really go there and check it out. But basically, you got a new version of Mate, which is at 1.24.0. The update manager now allows boot environment backup, which is very useful. Improvements to GBI disk partition database. Changes to the Intel driver in Xconfig if you use that. Stopped auto mount on the live CD. Fixed not starting services that sometimes people found. And added confirmation dialog to software changes, which is a little thing, but very useful. Okay. I'm just going to look for software. Yeah, update station. It's just been released, so I shouldn't imagine there's actually any updates available, but you never know. Nope, no updates available. So unfortunately I can't show you the new feature of create a boot environment backup. But here's a snapshot released by the developers, and you can allow it to make a backup copy before you make any major changes to the upgrade process. If it doesn't work, you can roll back to an earlier version. So yeah, that's pretty cool, but unfortunately I can't test it on this one. Software Station is the software package installer. A bit like Synaptics on Linux or Octo PKG. We're just going to install one or two things because I'm going to be testing this out for a few days. Inkscape. I'm going to type in the name Kdenlive. GIMP, of course. And for emails, it's Sylphied. And Simple Screen Recorder. I might not be using all these, but these are what I normally have on a very base install anyway. And OBS. But look at this. This is something new. Loads of nice OBS plugins. Very nice. I'll try them out. They might not all work, but they might work. I'll install them anyway. Audacity, of course. And we'll just install them. There's a new confirmation dialog, just in case you want to proceed or change your mind or proceed. Very nice. We'll fast forward this. It's a little touches like a confirmation dialog. It's just little things like that can make a difference to how you might perceive an operating system. So good work there from the developers. Excellent. And it's populated the menu. Look, there's Inkscape and GIMP. And Sylphied. And... oh, can't see it. There they are. Audacity, Kdenlive and OBS. Start up Audacity. It's the latest version. Very nice. Okie doke. Let's open a terminal. Sudo by default. And if you want to do the old-fashioned way of installing packages instead of a GUI method, then you can do it the normal way, as you would do in FreeBSD. So put in your password. Quick update. There you go. And just type in Y for yes. That's it. Little warning says you are stopping a boot service, but you can ignore that. One thing I always like to do is install and run Linus. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm not sure which version we're on now, but I think 3.0.0 is one of the latest, if not the latest. So we'll just run it. Using the... yeah, we'll use the defaults. You can customize it with a config to suit system, but we're not going to do it on this occasion. We'll just run it as it is. So sudo linus audit system. We'll just let that do its magic. So I think we're normally looking roughly about 56 on an average test. Oh, that's quick. Just telling you in the bottom that you can customize your settings if you wish. And, ooh, 62. Not bad. That's very good. I like that. And that's just with a stock install, with no additional hardening. Just clear that. And then we'll just have a quick look at the memory. We're just going to use top. We don't use anything like htop, which is really gives you the false readings. And at the moment it's 268 megabytes active, which is good. Peripherals can sometimes be a bit of a problem, but we're going to test them in GhostBSD. And the first one, I think we will... Yeah, we'll go for USB stick, I think. There you go. I'm just going to plug this in. This is real time from when I plug it in to when it pops up on the screen. There you go. Cool. This is a FAT32 formatted USB drive, and it mounted it, no problem at all. Fully usable, very nice. It's got some nice N64 ROMs on it, which I will drag one over because we're going to be using that later. There you go. Cruising USA. So yes, that's very good. Auto mounts the USB stick. Very good indeed. And when you've had enough of it, just unmount and it should disappear. Excellent. We've got that well sorted. Next, we're going to have a look at printers. Now I have a network printer running. It should pick it up. Oh, there it is underneath. We'll just put in the address. Nope. Picked it up straight away. Very nice as well. And those are the settings. Very impressive. It's a 2 for 2. And the next one we're going to try is a little bit more trickier, and that's a webcam. So I'm going to try OBS. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Hello. Here I am just editing the video that you're watching. So yeah, very nice. I can't try the scanner today because the scanner's actually is broken, so I need to get a new one. But that is very good. USB stick, printer, and webcam. Brilliant. Of course, it's not all serious stuff. We're going to have a look at some games. We're going to have a look at the N64 emulator with the game that we dragged over. So let me just try load it in. Oh, that's looking good. Very nice. I should have tried the PlayStation 4 controller. I'll do that in a future video maybe. So for now we're going to have to use a keyboard. I'm not very good at these games as it is, so we'll try his best. I haven't played this for, I wouldn't even like to say how many years ago it was. Get set, go. There we go. We're off now. We'll come out of that. Terrible driving. Right, the next game we'll try is Alex the Alligator, which is a newish game, but done in the style of an old Game Boy Advance game. It's an excellent game, this. Let's try. It's on easy anyway, so even I should be able to play it. There we go. Bing, bing, bing. I was never any good at the Mario games, but this one's not too bad. There's a certain order that you can do this, so let's see if I can work it out. Back up to that one. Then not that. That one. This one. And this one. And down. That's fairly easy. That was almost a bit too close. Ding, bing, bing. Yeah, very good. I think this is the end of the level, if I can remember. Yeah, very good. That's excellent. We'll call that it on that. Next, we're going to try Burger Space. I'm not good at this game at all, so I'm not going to bother boring you. So I was going to go onto Salt Cube. I forgot to set bots on here, but we'll just have a quick look around. I've set the settings to maximum detail, which probably, yeah, it might look a bit jerky to you on the recording, but as you're playing it, it's smooth. So, you know, it plays a lot better than it's looking, no doubt. Graphic details, very nice. This is a game I actually play with a family, you know, the children get on their own little computers and we run around blasting each other, which is brilliant. Mine test, of course, which is Minecraft inspired. Again, I'm just going to, I like to test what this graphics card can do, so I'm just going to bump up the details. If it's choppy, well, it's because I've just added all the extras. Creative mode, and we'll disable damage, because I'm a chicken. And name it test. And I'm just going to put random numbers for the seed. And play a game. Okay, let's see what this generates. You never know what you're going to get when you put random numbers in. Oh, very nice. You know, that runs really nice. Again, it might look choppy on the thing because of the recording going on at the same time, but maybe I should tone down the... There's a little bit choppy playing, maybe I should tone down the details a bit. But you get the idea. Turn up the details a lot and you get the gorgeous looking game. A never-ending forest. Let's see if we can wander about a bit until we get a bit more changing scenery, as it were. I like the toadstools. Another toadstool. Oh, there's some nice, like, ferns. Very nice. Do love this game. It's a fantastic game. It's alright paying for Minecraft, but when you get Mine Test and it's, you know, it's free. Set up a server, family can join on it. Brilliant idea. Very nice indeed. I'll tone down the details a bit, but yeah, I just wanted to see what it runs like and what it looks like, and it looks and runs very nice. Latest version as well, I think. This review has gone on for a while, so what can I say? It's GhostBSD. Every release that they make is incrementally better than the last, which in itself is becoming difficult to do because I think they're at a point now where they've done such good work that you can only increase it little by little. If there was any major flaws, you'd see a massive increase. But I think the addition of the boot environment backup is a great idea. It's all very reminiscent of something you'd get in Solaris or you know, something like that, where you could take a snapshot. And I think that's a great idea. Unfortunately, I couldn't test it in this particular review because there were no updates. Maybe if they could implement something like a time machine thing where you could take a snapshot of the whole system or any parts that you want, that'd be a good idea. That'd be very nice, actually. Utilising the ZFS features. The NVIDIA driver was loaded automatically, not a problem at all. Sound worked fantastically. There's a good selection of software. Repositories were fast to download the initial ISO. Even on the initial release day. Yeah, it's really, I personally can't find anything to fault it, and it's not because I'm greasing anybody. It's because I genuinely love GhostBSD. I think it's a great gateway OS, and a great OS in itself. I think it utilizes the strengths of FreeBSD and the user-friendliness of a lot of Linux distributions. But the great thing about GhostBSD, there's none of this systemd creep, which you are finding in a lot of Linux distributions, or encroachment by Microsoft, putting the DRM in the kernel of some Linux distributions, which is never a good thing. So because you're using a FreeBSD based OS, you're getting a purity which is starting to disappear from much of the Linux ecosystem, but retaining the usability of Linux. I'm not saying that FreeBSD isn't usable. takes a little bit of work to bring it up to a certain level. And GhostBSD gives you that certain level straight away. And of course, you know, you've got your terminal there if you wish to delve a bit deeper. But yeah, I think the developers have done a great job. I think it's to be celebrated that we have GhostBSD in the FreeBSD community. Very nice indeed. And I would also like to say thank you very much for all your hard work. Anyway, that's my review of GhostBSD 20.08.04. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.